So many exercisers and athletes focus on form, the physical aspects of training, but how often is it that you hear about mental preparation? So whether you're on your way to your first race, physical event, or maybe you're just trying to muster up the strength to actually accomplish that fitness goal, whatever the reason, mental preparation can be your ticket to success. So let's dive into those tactics and boost your training. Let's start with tactic number 1, positive visualization. For some of you, the concept of visualization may sound like absolute bull, but I'm here to share the research with you to prove that it's accurate. First and foremost, what is positive visualization? Well, an example of this would be to spend a few minutes each day envisioning yourself successfully completing the race. Just as an example, picture yourself running with perfect form, feeling good, and crossing the finish line with a sense of accomplishment. A 2002 research study by Cumming and Hall, as well as later research by Cumming and Ramsey in 2009, found that athletes that practice imagery alongside physical practice show greater improvements in performance compared to those who only engaged in the physical practice. So putting this research to use, you can utilize this for accomplishing a triathlon, a 5K, any type of physical event, but you can also use it in your own exercise routine. For example, if you're struggling with your balance training, if you're having a hard time with your squat form or any other functional movement pattern, what about mentally envisioning that form, mentally seeing yourself execute proper form, and then physically practicing it? Odds are your performance is going to improve. This next tip specifically involves if you are doing some form of physical competition or event, and that is to develop a strategy for yourself. No matter what, when you're goal setting, you need to develop a plan for yourself. You may have a big dream of being able to accomplish or win a half marathon, a full marathon. Whatever that may be, you need to take small steps along the way to get yourself to achieving that goal. That's the process of training and building yourself up to actually achieving that, what I call, dumb goal. You may have heard of SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-oriented. Many of us have learned this, and those are just the small steps along the way to the path of your dumb goal, which is a huge, not dumb, but awesome goal that is dream-based. Uplifting, makes you feel good. Method-friendly, meaning you can do methods to get there, such as your SMART goals. And behavior-oriented, meaning you will change your behavior to accomplish it. That's just step 1 of planning a strategy. Now there's actually another step for your actual competition day. Let's use the example of a race. If you're running a 5K, 10K, half marathon, what have you, any type of a race as an example, you want to develop a solid race day strategy, deciding on your pacing. How will you handle hydration? What are you going to actually eat that day? How will you handle any potential challenges that may arise? Now for the research. Research shows that having a pre-race day plan can help in managing pace and energy levels throughout the race day. I'll put a link to that citation below. The next tip for mental preparedness is mindfulness and relaxation. Now, unfortunately, this becomes kind of a buzzword because a lot of people don't actually understand what it is, how to do it, and a lot of people think it's just garbage. Not true. I'm here to tell you what it is and how to do it and research that supports why you should be doing it. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques can include deep breathing, meditation, or even progressive muscle relaxation strategies such as deep tissue massage or even TENS units. There are so many ways that we can induce relaxation in our bodies and in our minds. A big favorite of mine is breathing. I'm a pranayama breathwork guide. With deep breathing, we can control the jitters and nervousness, and we can choose to manipulate how our body responds to stress. If you think about it, the lungs and breathing is the one aspect of our body that is both voluntary and involuntary. Meaning right now, I'm obviously not having to think about breathing. It's just happening normally, regularly. But if I choose to take a deep breath in and out, I can do so. So while it may seem like hocus pocus to some, deep breathing and concentrating on the aspects that make us breathe and the tension in our body is a way to meditate and relax. So it literally is listening to your body, or more appropriately, feeling it. I'll share a 2014 research study with you in the citations below on just how important mindfulness is for athletic performance. The next tip for mental preparedness is positive self-talk. Now, for a lot of you, positive self-talk is gonna feel like you're lying to yourselves, but that's the point of it in the beginning. There's a great motivational speaker called Matt Kahn who calls that a negative bank account, and you're depositing into your negative bank account every time you give yourself a positive affirmation. Eventually, it works itself up to 0, and then it's actually in the positive. So even though it feels like you're lying to yourself, keep with it. It's so important to remind yourself of all the hard work you've been putting into your training, the successes you have had thus far, and to just give yourself a boost. So if you're one of those people that often puts yourself behind the needs of others, I strongly encourage you to execute positive self-talk, not just for training purposes. Now for the research. There's a 2014 research study that found that positive self-talk can actually reduce the perception of effort and enhance endurance. This means that literally just talking yourself up and being positive will help you feel like what you're doing is not as hard. I strongly recommend doing that. All right, last one I'm going to cover is so important, and it has so much research to back it that I can't fit it all in one video. That is the importance of rest and recovery. Rest and recovery are just as crucial for your physical body and your mental health. If you only gave yourself 2 hours of sleep before an event or whatever you're trying to accomplish, good luck. You will need it, because that's just not enough recovery and rest for your body or your mind. It's also very important that you're not overtraining as part of your fitness routine. I have a video where I go over overtraining symptoms. If you might be doing it, there's 2 main types of overtraining. Check out that video to learn more. If you're also not doing rest days, I recommend watching my video on active rest and recovery, and make sure you're actually doing it. Remember, no matter what goal you're trying to accomplish, what race you're trying to win, you want to be mentally sharp. All right, so now you understand why being mentally in the game is just as crucial as being physically in the game. For whatever goal you're trying to achieve, being mentally prepared helps reduce anxiety, improve performance, and ensures you are in the best possible frame of mind. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to hit the like, share it with your friends, anybody who you think will benefit, and drop a comment below or a question if you have any. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember, your health is an investment, not an expense.